Good afternoon. Can I do this? What is in the center of nothing of the atom of what I believe, not to forget that 11 is said to me. So you see, because I really don't know much, but I really understand you, space is number 44, S-P-A-C-E. It's also 132, which is 66 and 66, or 4 times 33. 132, okay, plus 8 is 140. So right away space becomes the cross, the area of the cross, because 14 is the specified as the cross between n going in from the left side into the center to the middle. From the middle of the center over to the right, it's actually the M, as the 13th is the center of the two crosses, but to cross it you need the N letter. Space, okay, 4 times 4 is 16, the letter P. 4 plus 4 is 8, the letter H. PH, 24 is the letter X, you have P, H, X, like in the flight of the phoenix, okay? If you want to see why things divide, if you have a division between here and here, and if you know this is the wall or out of bounds, where do you want to be? In the center. So everything flows in the center. Top, bottom, left or right, you're not in the middle. You don't hang out in the middle. 4 times 8 is 32. That's an area of entry. 4 plus 8 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 2 is 5. 5 and 3 is the entry of electric company inside the P&H. Do you want to go physical P&H? Psychological P&H? Where does the P&H come in to the value of P&H of what totalizes, okay, into 48? The sound is F. If it comes to the total sound from here is F, okay, 4 plus 4 is 8. F is the 6th. 6 times 8 is 48. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8, equaling to 14. Let me repeat it again. F is the same sound as P and H. Okay? How did we get to the area of P and H through space? P and H comes from 4 times 8 is 32. 4 plus 8 is 12, equaling to 32 and 12 equals to P and H. Right away you get PH, A, B, and X. Why? Because A and B is from 8 and 4 is 12, A and B, or the letter L. So now you have PH, A, B, and L. So who is able? Okay, so now we're going to go to the F letter. F is 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. 4 times 12 is 48. So it all works between the difference. Now if we want to figure out how the difference between 48 and 6 is, the answer is 42. So now we go 2 times 4 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 and 8 is 14, the letter N, and the center of the transfer. And then we get space of the atom is the carrier of the totality of whatever nothing is. That's what it is. The other thing I want to show you is I'm going to show you a pen. Now there's a pen right over here, and I'm going to turn the pen over here this way. Created the X, at the same time opened or closed. It's almost like a diagram saying this is opened, this is closed. What if there was a core over here and these 4 plugged in? You would have 4 different elements plugging into a core, just like in Rubik's Cube. But if it was not a core and it was a balloon this long, you know, like one of those long balloons? Let me try and show you. It's a long balloon, and then the magic man, he bends it and he folds it and he twists it, and all of a sudden he makes an 8. And then he takes another one, and let me do this better. Hold on a second. Tinfoil. I don't put it on my head, even if they're listening to me. I say that if my energy is stronger than theirs, I can somehow block them out. So this is what happens, okay? You have this balloon, right? And the man in the balloon, he takes it like this, and he puts it like this. Not a big change, right? Then he takes the other part of the balloon, and he, whoop, not long enough. And he twists that balloon up, and he takes it, and he does this to it. Now, I only had 2 pieces of balloons, yet it looks like an X. In Hebrew, it's the Aleph. I left them out. The king of diamonds is looking to the left. I left them out. Everybody's going to be right, but that's okay. I'll just come from the other side and go right too, but to you, I'll be left, and I'll be the only one left, because I'm the atom. The last breath, the first breath into this world, cough, cough. This becomes the X, my friends. So now we ask, where does the P and H come from? Well, the P and H, when you fold them over, can actually make the propeller to the Titanic. You end up with this area here, this area here. Let's call this 1, let's call this 9, let's call this 4, let's call this 6. Let's call this A, let's call this A, let's call this C, let's call this C. Let's call them to the C. So I flipped over 2 parts, and now, because my balloon was this long, once you relax the balloon on the counter, okay, each individual one of these will all become round again with like a teardrop pulling between them. This is how they divide in the cycle, but right away, you've got the button that connects them all. It's twisted sisters from a hot dog. We know the male sticks out like this, and he puts it in the female. I don't care what the female looks like, even if it's like this, if it goes in, female and male. I go to the plumbing store and I hear it all day. Female, male, female, male. What if it's bisexual? Gotta watch out for your piping. You buy what you need. Angel, arrogant intelligence, AAIR. Oh my God, what can that be? What does it actually mean? AID? Say it there, and if you're not getting into stupidity right now. What I did want to show, just something pretty simple. 7 times 20 is 140. 8 times 20 is 160, 9 times 20 is 180. So you know where each one of these numbers stands in their own house of multiplication. Now you multiply 7 by 8 is 56, plus 140 is 196. There's 169 squares to a Monopoly board, not counting the rim. This becomes 64. This is number 1, man of earth, lives on the 28 days of the moon in the 8th heaven. This is not the same. The 9 means it is the rotation of the 2 worlds, almost like me taking an arm and putting it all the way out here, taking another arm, putting it all the way out here, and my head becomes the center of the rotation of the 2 worlds, 5 and 5. Okay, the 2 worlds. This is it. This is a VHA SPACE cassette. Okay, and see this? These are my fingers I put over here. And these are my fingers I put over here. And I'm the center of the universe. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Another thing I wanted to say, in the word regret, or eta, okay, just one more thing, is the hook. How many pieces and how is this created? This is your 8 being bent over. But what if it was an open hook? The only way to get from this side to this side is actually with, look, a bridge. They also sell this as in the piping store. We can now connect the 2 sides to a wall, because not all sides are flat, are they? Only the unsupported sides hanging in the middle of the space can be rounded on both sides. But if it's rounded on one side, rounded on the other side, somehow you're on the outside. Okay? So you have this, which now all you do is you put 1 bar here, 1 bar here, 1 bar here. This connects to this, makes your 8 and 2 worlds close. This is your transport. Why? Because you make a hole in here and a hole in here, and you come into this area. Almost like a musical band, right? The peppermint stick, the candy cane, the cinnamon stick, the letter M, N, M in pool becomes M and E in pool. It also will recreate the letter R, mare, rem, men. At the same time, it creates ARS, which is Mars. In N, the 14th letter and the 5th letter, recreates to connect 1/3 of the moon, where M and E is the sun, the E and N becomes the moon. Raphael in the same family of S and X. Thank you for watching this short video. Enjoy the day. We're in a countdown now. Let's do this again. 2 weeks in July, then 8 weeks. We have 7 weeks before whatever I have said is supposed to become whatever it's supposed to begin. Whatever it is. It tells everybody I'm not taking a stand for it. I'm not standing on it. I just want to always tell you, be nice and beware. Thank you for watching this video.